Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of City Skylines. In this episode, I think we're just going to go ahead and focus on getting some traffic underway here, and then we're going to also look at kind of building on this side of the freeway as well. On this side of the freeway, what I'll see is we'll start with some gridding, but it's going to break up pretty quick. We're just going to kind of, we're going to make it look like, this freeway wasn't pre-built, basically. What made it look like, maybe it did come through the middle of the city at some point. I don't want to look too artificial, have something, completely different design on this side of the freeway. I kind of want to start off with some grid and whatnot. And then we'll move on, and we'll probably start building up over this way is what I imagine. Something I just noticed, and I'm sure it's not the first time I've done this. I did this as a one-way highway instead of a two-way highway. Alright, well that's nice. Well, at least that's all fixed now. Alright, so this could be a little tricky, but what I kind of see, what I was thinking is that we could either drop it down a level, or we could take and bridge it up and over everything. Like, we need to bridge it over everything over here. I was also kind of thinking of keeping it elevated all the way up until this point here. That's a long way of an elevated rail, but I think, we need to get it done. So, let's go ahead and start by clearing out this Y intersection here, and then also clearing this out, because we'll figure that out momentarily. Yeah, and we also should get an interchange started there too. So much to do in the city right now. But right now we just need to focus on getting this stuff under wraps. So I do believe I got the crashing issue fixed with the game. If you guys haven't seen that video, you should go check it out. I basically explained how I did it, so if you guys are having any issues at all, definitely check it out, because it definitely helped me out, and so I had to share it out with everybody. But yeah, so what I did is I re-enabled most of my mods. It was actually the TLM mod, or the Traffic Manager mod. As soon as I updated some files that a community member made, on the Steam community, imagine that it started working. And the guy is trying to claim that it was not him from what I can read. I haven't really looked into it too much, so don't quote me on that, but that's what I keep coming across anyways. So hopefully that's not the case, but you never know. But I'm glad it is fixed now, and so to celebrate, I went ahead and added a bunch more new mods that I've been holding off on for a while now that I've seen on the Steam Workshop, but I haven't wanted to install anything because nothing's been working. So I was being very cautious, and yeah, I'm glad to see things are now coming together and working again, because that was really frustrating. Like, if you looked at my save folder right now, did I come down? I did. And that's kind of messed up. Let's see if we can fix that. It's pretty disastrous. I need to go through and fix it, but there's so many quick saves and whatnot in there from me trying different things to get it to work. It's pretty crazy, but come on. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot better. But yeah, I'm going to go through and fix it all up, and then hopefully it'll be working from here on out, just as long as the mod doesn't update. But I do have the files I need on my desktop. So should we go back down, or should we keep it elevated? I'm almost thinking of just keeping it elevated. Might as well. It was kind of weird how I came down the level there. Excuse me. Alright, so here's where we can actually start coming down. Right? Or do we want to keep it elevated up over here? I did notice traffic getting a little out of hand there, but you know what? I'm going to leave it like that for now. If it does become a problem, then we'll redo this area. But yeah, for now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of leave it as is. And then this guy, we're just going to kind of break it off there. That should work pretty good. So it comes up, stays elevated, goes back down, comes back up. We might as well just keep that elevated through there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Just going to keep that elevated all the way through and through here, because why not? This is probably not gonna look the best, but you know, oh well. I guess it does drop down a level there, does it? Let's go ahead and back it all the way up to here. Let's see what level we're at over here, because it kind of gets weird because of the terraforming I did. Yeah, it's down to 9 there. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then maybe by doing that, yeah. So a nice elevated road. Oh, it's so nice to have that camera back where I can actually zoom into the road now without having to use any special buttons or anything. That actually looks pretty decent. I need to see if there's a mod to remove these wires on the top. I don't like how those look at all, especially for the elevated rails or even underground rails. It kind of looks a little odd sometimes. Yeah, like that right there. It's just all broken and whatnot. Doesn't look quite right. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, when I was actually recording the last episode, about halfway in, my recording software crashed. So basically what we did is I turned this back into a 2-lane road. I added a split lane there, and then I just split it off here, and then it just merged into here. Now I need to change that back to that. I'm not sure if the TLM is saving or not. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. But yeah, so that'll there, and then that'll allow them to there. Let's make sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's saving my my changes to the lanes or not. I'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. This road here, that should clear up once we get that all figured out. What I was thinking though is maybe taking this road 2 lanes all the way up to here. But I think we'll leave it be for now. Yeah, I think we'll go and let that be for now. Alright, so let's go and play that out. Looks like everything is all connected. So this should help out traffic a lot there. Yeah, definitely. Oh, you know what we did not do is fix this up here. Alright, so that's going to be elevated from the start. But from here, why don't we go ahead and do this? We'll go ahead and bring this up to, what is it, 12? And make it nice and gentle curves here. Might as well. We got some freight trains coming off of here. So nice, smooth transition. So that takes up a lot of space, but that should be okay. And start off at 9 and then just let it kind of gradually come up to level. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That works out really well actually. And then they can break into there, and then what I'm actually thinking of doing is a little bit of a turnaround right there. Yeah, that'll work. Drops down a little bit more than I would like, but you know what, I'm not even going to look at that right now because probably nothing's going to use that anyways, but it's just a nice idea to have there. Alright. What I was also considering here is bringing a normal road down here and maybe having it tie into this intersection here or something, but I want to be careful. I don't want to get too much traffic going here, but the only problem I see is that there's really no cross street between these, so that may become an issue later on, because this was originally the cross street and it's kind of gotten taken out. So yeah. And one other thing I've been considering, and I don't think we're going to do it, but I was kind of considering sinking down this highway and then bringing some of these roads across to give it a nice look. I don't think we're going to do that unless traffic starts getting really bad and I want to get some more crossroads in here. But I think for the time being we're going to go and kind of leave it the way it is. But what I am going to start doing here is we are going to start doing our grid. Let's see if we can kind of, so we should be able to kind of just line these up, right? Yeah, that should work. So let's see here. We've been going by 2s over there, so let's go and go by 2 and by 1, right? Alright. So again, it's going to get a little messy when it comes to mixing into the rail and stuff that's over here, but that's okay. That's what I want. I want it to look a little different than over there. You know, I want it to look like, you know, maybe it came through this part of town at some point, you know. We're going to need to redo that ramp there, unfortunately. Alright, so we're going to start over here. Oh wow, that can actually run under there. That's crazy. Alright, so we'll come down 2, and that should line up there. Oops. Yeah, I want to put down some more offices as well. And I put in, I think I told you guys, whatever. I spoke about this in the last episode about a dropout mod that I put in here. And that seems to be working pretty well. Like, I've had a lot of industry come back in one of my larger cities, which has been nice, because that had been struggling for a while because I'd been focusing a lot on offices because there was so many educated people in the city. And but I mean, as soon as I had that mod going, everything was coming back. You know, the industry part of the city was all working good. I mean, it was great. So it's definitely a mod worth checking out. I'm gonna have to put that in the description. I'm gonna have to update that with that mod. Alright, so we're gonna come down. We're gonna go and do one more level of this, and then we're gonna kind of figure that out from there. Yeah, we'll figure it all out. We might kind of keep it a distance a little bit from that road, just in case we want to widen it out to a highway later on. But I don't know. I was kind of looking at this area, and I'm not too sure. I mean, there's really no highway in this area. Basically, there's this that comes around, and that's about it. There's nothing really, anything that runs either through it or this way or anything. But I'm hoping that we can get away without having to do that. This way is definitely going to need it, but I'm kind of thinking that this way is not. If we play our cards right and try not to overdo it, I think we should be okay. But that's kind of what I do. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Do we want to rebuild some ramps now, or do we want to do that later? What I think I'm going to do here is we're going to kind of come off at an angle, and then we're going to curve into there like that. Alright, so that looks pretty good. And we need to do some... Oh yeah, I wanted to redo this one anyways, so that actually works for all of us here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and basically I just wanted to redo this one anyways. See if we can get close as we can get to that pillar. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to do that because I'm going to feel that. I feel that that's a lot better. Alright, let's go ahead and knock that, and then we'll go ahead and take that road straight up. And then we'll go ahead and change the ramp location. All this to build on this side of town. Alright. It's not happy there, why? There we go. A little bit longer than I would like, but you know what? It works. It looks pretty good too. One thing I just thought about is if we need to widen out this road, we're kind of done for. But oh well, we'll figure that out when we get there. We'll cross that road when we get there. How about that? What I kind of foresee is a road that kind of curves around this and then comes off later on. We got this road here too. Yeah, we got some development we can do, and I also want to kind of figure out where we're going to put our next section of offices as well. And then I also want to redo some of these bus terminals as well, because I got some cool mods for that now to where it actually will look pretty good. And I also want to sync the rail. Man, there's so much I want to do in this city. It's great. It's awesome. Let's see here. This is what I normally do. Let's go ahead and do this. It's going to add a traffic light, so it's kind of going to be a little bit of a test of this area, I suppose. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we don't have too much housing demand right now, but we can always change that. We do have some commercial demand, so what I'm thinking is that we will change this over to... Actually, we'll do a bunch of commercial along the freeway as well. Why not? One thing I was thinking, though, is we will change it over to a actual city street once you hit that road there. So it'll have sidewalks and all that, and then it'll also have ability to zone along it. So then here, what we're going to do is we're going to do a bunch of commercial off of here because that just makes sense, and it's also going to act as a little bit of a buffer. What I noticed in this game is that commercial does tend to make a lot more noise, but you know, in reality, in real life, when they do this, it acts as a buffer for neighborhoods and whatnot. So we're going to do some 4s. I guess this one's going to be a 4 as well because I don't feel like undoing that. And then we're going to go down to 3s on this one. And then why don't we mix it up on this one? So here we'll go and do that. And we'll do a 3 along there. And then along this road here, man, I'm not sure what happened to the frame rate. Alright, so we're going to, oops. Thought I clicked on. It's 3, okay. Thought I clicked on housing there. Did I? Yes, alright. Oh, there we go. Frame rate is back, sort of. It's something about that area over there. It's fine, and then as soon as I hit over here, for some reason, it's just not happy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and run some pipes along the frontage road here. And we're going to get them running down there. If we do this, that should cover everything, yeah. And let's go ahead and run them down here and run them along this road here. And we'll go ahead and do this. Yeah, I want to get some garbage going as well. You know, kind of get another area of garbage going. Gotta figure that out. We might put some down over here by the industry, and then I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. And then we need to figure out how this power is going to run to this area. Because if we don't do that, we're going to be in troubles. Why don't we go ahead and run some power lines through here. See if we can kind of keep them out of the way a little bit for a while. I'm not sure what it is about this area. As soon as I come over here, it's all just terrible frame rate. But as soon as I'm out over here, it's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot we built that. Alright. So, let's see here. Oh, that would explain a lot. We got an error. Yeah, the game just did not know what to do there. I think it's because this light was timed, and now it is not. Should we? Okay, we were basically going to do this whole area as offices, so why not go ahead and continue that. And also, why don't we do this? We'll go ahead and put some commercial down over here. Let's go ahead and do some 3 and then some 4. And we'll go and do 3, 3, and we'll do some 4s there. Alright, just kind of keep it all looking good, but you know, kind of taking its own space. We're still emptying this, aren't we? I forgot about this. One of these days we're going to move that. Alright, so let's go ahead and take out these homes and put in some offices. Alright. I knew I missed a strip of residential right there. Alright. Yeah, that's not looking too bad, but it's not looking too good either. Are we good on electricity over here? I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. How do you guys expect me? There we go. We'll go ahead and connect you guys up to that side of the freeway. We actually got some homes building out over here already, which is nice. Got some offices building up. Also nice. So I think that's one I downloaded. I don't know actually. Might be one that was stock in the game. Boy, these guys. We got a nice little big tower there. Definitely need to get some time traffic lights going over here. So yeah, so I think that's pretty good for this episode. So definitely, guys, if you guys like the episode, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't have a favorite, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Definitely stay tuned for future episodes. And as always, thanks for watching.